Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to Rome 2 Total War. Today we're going to be playing the Empire Divided DLC, which is the new DLC obviously for Total War Rome 2, and it's something which has really got me excited because this new DLC is for a previous Total War game, and basically what that means is that Creative Assembly might decide to go back to the older Total War games and actually make some more content for them. So imagine like a Medieval 2 remake, or maybe some DLC for Empire, or maybe, I don't know, the possibilities are really and truly endless, and it's something that has got me very, very excited, that is for sure. So today's battle is between me and Pixelated Apollo. He's going to be uploading some really cool battles on his channel, so make sure to go check him out. We did some really cool engagements. But today's battle is we got the Gothai, which is a faction I'm currently doing a campaign with, so make sure to go check them out. And then we have the Caledonians, which are basically like the Picts. Must be extremely cold right now, but they're true men, and obviously that is not affecting them. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at all my new units and then jump straight into this battle. So we'll start off with my Gothai army. On my front line, I have some Germanic hunters, which are some pretty basic archers. They don't have a lot in the way of armor. However, they can put out as much damage as some of the elite archers, just because, you know, there's not a lot of skill involved. They're just shooting arrows forward and hoping for the best. And not a lot of the other infantry really do benefit from anything else. Then as we go back, we have my armoured Germanic swords. These are kind of like my top-ish tier swords, not my best swords in the entire game. However, they're definitely going to hold their own against much of what Apollo has to offer. Then we get to the true business. You can see as well how these guys are like covered in snow, whereas the Oathsworn, the mighty Oathsworn, just have the snow just falls off of them because they're so badass. They really are. So yeah, we're going to have the Oathsworn, which are a really elite unit. I have my best infantry. We also have some Gothic, Falksmen. Going to be just some nice armor-piercing units I'm going to try and use. We have my general unit right here. He's going to be leading the troops forward. You can see him right there. Looking pretty cool. I like that a lot. We also have a unit of Germanic Lancers back here. Or not Germanic, but you guys can read that. I can't pronounce that. We also have some cavalry on either of my flanks. Some noble cav. These guys are going to be melee cavalry. And I think I have the exact same over on my left flank. If we go ahead and pause it as well, we don't want to miss any of the action during this battle. Apollo's Caledonian infantry, he's some elite Highland archers, so some pretty goddamn sick units indeed. They look pretty nice right there with huge longbows. Then as we go back, we have his infantry line, so the painted warriors. I imagine these guys are going to be very fierce with their erect nipples. We also have some chosen sword band. I imagine this is like his elite infantry. Going back, we have some Oathsworn, again going to match mine. He also has a unit of chariots for his general, which is interesting that he's bringing chariots. Chariots actually seem really good. He also has some war dogs on either flank right here. So yeah, some warhounds, has some more spearmen, the Caledonian spear wall. I like the sound of that. And then obviously his cavalry right there. He also has some really cool units as well. He actually has some ambushes over on this right flank right here, which he's trying to currently bait me into going towards. I'm not going to be falling for that bait. And at the moment, we're going to be having this archer off right now. I imagine Apollo is going to be winning this just because he does have some pretty elite archers. But my main kind of plan here was to try and take out as many of these guys as possible, which is I am doing. I managed to kill one unit, but I'm definitely losing this missile off. But what I really wanted to do here was just try and force his archers back. And that's what I'm going to be doing by bringing up my army, is going to be encouraging him back. And also scaring off his infantry. So Apollo does have a lot of spearmen on either flank right now, which is currently scaring me quite a lot. These spearmen will be able to counteract my archers. This is some heavy armored units as well. So they're going to be doing a lot of damage if they can get into the front lines of my archers, which they definitely can do. Apollo is going to be letting his dogs loose. His war dogs are going to be coming and actually finding my archers. My archers do something really stupid and go into stealth mode, and the dogs are just going to be able to run them down. And my warriors, my infantry, my Germanic swords are just going to watch them as they are. They're just so dumb. I'm hoping though that once these archers get out of there, my swordsmen should be able to take care of these dogs without too much of a problem. They might do a bit of damage, but we should do fine. That is going to encourage Apollo to throw his line forward now. This is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to my infantry getting into combat. I believe that my lines will be able to kill his painted warriors and his other infantry pretty easily, I'm hoping. That's kind of what I am relying on. And I'm going to be advancing my line now a little bit forward. I want to really try and take this tree line so that his archers don't do as much damage. You can just see down the battle line now as well as the men march forward. And there we go. The charge is going to be off. The javelins are going to be going. We'll actually slow-mo this charge right now. Just catch the butt end of the charge as all the armies do go flying into one another now. All the infantry lines, the javelins are being thrown, and the battle has now erupted. Oh my god, that guy's taking a javelin to the head and his head just falls off. That is brutal. More javelins coming in, so I'm trying to use my flanks to my advantage, surround these guys. Apollo does have his second line of chosen sword band making their way in, but as you can see, I've got my Oathsworn as well, doing exactly the same. I think this is even my general right here. No, my general hasn't been committed quite yet. My general will be committed very soon. We also have both of our spear units being engaged. I think Apollo's spears are a little bit better than mine, but overall it's nothing too bad. So my cavalry, Apollo does catch me off guard right there. I wasn't really microing very well, and Apollo did manage to slam into my flank with his cavalry. A really nice move on his part, noticing that I'm not paying attention. Also see I'm not paying attention there. I forgot about that cavalry unit. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen though. And again, some more cavalry engagements here on the left flank. Both these guys trying to fight down. I think our cavalry is somewhat matched to one another. I'm in wedge formation, which is probably not the smartest move, but I definitely did win that charge pretty nicely. You can see I'm coming out on top unit-wise, and we're going to be throwing in some spearmen. I really wanted to get this charge of my spearmen into the infantry lines, because I knew this would do a lot of damage if I could just get into the side. Oh, and that javelin throw as well by Apollo's unit. It actually killed a lot more of his own horses. Look at that. Look how many spears that guy has in his head. Jesus. However, Apollo is now going to be able to get a flank on me here because I'm not really paying attention with another javelin throw. That's pretty deadly. The main infantry line we can see is now popping off as we slow down the camera a little bit so we can just roam down this battle line. And again, we'll do this and just go down the battle line. I always love doing this. It feels just really cinematic as we do watch my men on the right going to town. So I'm going to be beating back these painted warriors, that's for sure. However, his Oathsworn, I think, are going to be outnumbering me on that right flank, as I kind of went for more of a reserve line more than anything else and hope that we could kind of beat them back. So as you can see, I am now starting to break his center wide open. That does give him a really good target to use his elite Highlands on me. You also see I put my battle rhythm maybe on the wrong unit there. And my morale right here is just not going good. I don't know what's beating me back, but the infantry right here just seem to be doing a great job against me. Which is unfortunate, but my men just can't do better. As we do see this guy just going to town. I think I'm going to come out on top though. A few of my dudes winding back. So you can see we have all the golden helmets. I'm also going to be pushing in my general, I think, very, very soon. At the moment, he's currently sitting back here, but he will be entering the fray, you know, any second now. So I'm kind of winning this right flank. I'm kind of winning the center, and Apollo is kind of winning the flanks. I really need to try my best to kind of, you know, move around as much as we can. Right here, you can see I'm trying to use my spears just to come into, again, hit Apollo in that flank. Try and take down, but his archers are raining fire down on my infantry. As well as that, Apollo has done an amazing job at getting his infantry engaged with my cavalry, which is going to be really helping him out. He also has these ambusher units as well, which are entering the fray, which Vanguard deployed over into these forests. And now they're coming into my flank. That's going to be really hard for me to deal with, as well as having these chariots as well. I'm going to be trying my best to use my archer fire to try and take out these chariots, but they're going to be hunting me down, throwing their javelins and making their way in. I am also trying to scare him off with my general, which I do manage to succeed. And I'm really trying to, you know, just out-envelop Apollo as much as I can. Sending my infantry, you know, through that central gap which I made, and just trying to kill, like, cut off their retreat. You know, I am fighting some really good infantry. However, going to be using them as effectively as possible. Make our way over to the left flank. You can see my cavalry is actually starting to get beaten back now, as Apollo went ahead and committed an extra couple units over here. And that spear wall does look like it's starting to come out on top, as that dude just got his head sliced clean off. The cavalry fight is still raging on, and it's really just coming down to this infantry fight. But Apollo's archers are still just being allowed to shoot, and they're being allowed to shoot into my sides, which I think is, you know, really causing me an issue and taking up a lot of casualties on my side. more of the infantry. Like, the infantry fight is coming out on my side. You know, like me being able to outflank Apollo has helped out a ton, and I'm beating back these painted warriors. Yeah, here we go. My general unit has now finally been pushed in, which is great news. No, this general unit is really elite. You can just see him going to town against these Oathsworn, which they're currently fighting. However, what is not good, though, that Apollo has some ambushes in my back line. You can see my last unit of cavalry is now breaking, which is going to allow him to bring his cavalry and his ambushes into my flank, which is just not good news. Same on the left flank as well. Apollo has completely annihilated my left and right flank, and now all I have to try and focus on doing is just breaking the units Apollo has here, and I'm hoping that'll be enough that I can just, you know, finish off his infantry before his cavalry can start hammering me. But you can already see the end is starting to happen. On my flanks, at least. The center is going good for me. But we do have some Germanic lancers coming in. And this melee cavalry is going to slaughter my lancer cav. I did manage to get a nice little charge off on his slingers, I think. Or whether, I think it's... what even are these guys? So, the dog handlers, yeah. But now he's got his cavalry here. It's going to be bad news for me. And now the rest of his infantry are making their way in. Oh, also, I'm using a... oh, that's brutal. I'm also using a reshader program to make the games look a lot brighter and more interesting. Let me know if you guys want me to keep using it, because this is it with it off. And I feel like it just looks really bland there. And with it on, the colors just feel so much more impactful and on the screen. So let me know if you prefer it when I do use this program. And it's just simply just reshader. You can easily download it. Just Google it if you're interested in it. I feel like it just makes the game feel like so much more like interesting. So just let me know in the comments down below, as we do have Apollo's infantry now coming in. So my infantry on my left flank have completely smashed Apollo, and they're rushing over as fast as they can to try and save my general, who is now being enveloped by Apollo's right flank, or his left flank, my right flank. My general is not going to go down idly though, and without a fight. He is going to be hitting the enemy infantry fairly hard and taking down many more men, as many as he can with him before he does die. But if we take a look at the outward battlefield, oh, this is really poor. The one in Warhammer is much better. I was expecting something a lot nicer than that. So yeah, again zooming out, you can see my general is completely surrounded. My right flank, these unit of warriors are now being routed. My general, though, even though he's surrounded, he is Oathsworn, and he will die by the sword. More of my reinforcements are coming in, but Apollo just looks like he has this one in the bag. His archers are just continuing to hammer mine and do a lot of damage. My infantry is starting to break. The Oathsworn are breaking. What a shameful display. Oh, that dude's head just got sliced off. I love the kill animations in Rome. There's always so much clipping, though. Rome really struggles from a clipping issue of units just running into one another. Apollo's chariots again going to be coming after my cavalry or my archers. And my infantry don't manage to catch him. They tried to. But yeah, that's going to be all she wrote for my archers, that's for sure. The chariots with their scythes on the side going to be running these guys down and routing them. Apollo can also now bring back a lot of his spearmen on that right flank. And it's just slowly enveloping me and slowly slaughtering me. And yeah, this is going to be the end for my infantry. Even the archers are coming in as well. And you can see more and more infantry making their way around the flank. I actually managed to engage a unit of his infantry right here, the painted warriors, but I'm going to rout there. And I think that's going to be my last stand. Yeah, my general is going to be the last unit actually remaining on the field of battle. And he's actually going to be able to break this guy. Wow, how impressive. Guys, in the comments, make sure to press F to pay respects to my general. Because he went from unit to unit and he's still fighting bravely. The rest of my line is going to break, but he is going to fight hard. I actually have one unit of Oathsworn as well, over on this side as well. But they're just kind of in a good situation, even though they are getting peppered by the huntsmen. And we'll just stay on board for the last 20 seconds. We'll watch my general bravely fight. He is going to go... oh, he's actually going to rout before the end, but we'll just watch him fighting toe-to-toe against the enemy in the snow. Looks very cool. And you can see more of Apollo's men coming around my flank, and that's going to be it for my general unit. It's going to be a costly enemy victory, so I did manage to take down a lot of men with me in this battle. But I mean, just looking at the kills, Apollo's archers almost all getting 100 kills, and his painted, or his ambushers, sorry, the units that actually came around my flank, getting 300 kills, 270 on this unit. They really racked up the kills, and his cavalry just seemed to be able to do a lot of damage, along with his war dogs as well. The wolfhounds getting 119, and these guys getting 63 as well. Yeah, and his spearmen doing good. On my side, I don't know, my infantry did pretty decently. The ones which managed to break through in the center, you can see, are these guys. But no one really going above and beyond. I mean, even my archers as well doing decent, and my general, 205 kills. What a beast he was. Really, really cool. So that was the Empire Divided battle between the Caledonians and the Gothi. If you guys want to see more content, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, drop a like on and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. I'd really, really appreciate that. It helps get the video out there to more people. So thank you guys in advance, everyone who does do that. Make sure to go check out my campaign. It will pop up in a second as I end the video. And just click that and go check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and fish out.